It's more than just your output, more than a bike. When you hear your shout out, you know it's all right. Put on your magic pants and let's go. We're cruising into the power zone. Clip in, set yourself free. Come on and take a ride with me. You know what you need to know and what's it all about. Everything you need, it's on the Clip Out.
Welcome to the Clip Out Podcast, episodes 471. This is Crystal O'Keefe.
And this is Tom O'Keefe. You okay over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I started to say the number 7 first.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
What are you, real spoilers?
I know. That's some real spoilers stuff over there.
We just did 900.
Wow.
901.
Wow.
But nobody talks about 901.
Nobody talks about 901.
900 of them.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
Did you all do something to celebrate?
No.
Okay.
Joe brought in cupcakes.
No, we did not.
There were cupcakes in the break room
There were not.
for everyone to celebrate.
I didn't get any.
Well, you're not a real spoilers cast member.
Okay, I've been on the show.
Well,
I've
sure.
taken multiple cast photos.
Leonard Malton's been on the show. We didn't send him a cupcake.
Well, you should have. He probably would have enjoyed that.
Joel Hodgson has been on the show. We didn't send him cupcakes.
This is bullshit. You didn't get any cupcakes. Joe wouldn't have done that. That's not a Joe thing.
The fake dad in Back to the Future was on the show. The guy that replaced George McFly in part 2.
Yes.
They only showed upside down.
Upside down.
He was on the show.
Did you send him one?
No.
You know why? Because there were no cupcakes.
He was also very nice.
Was he?
Yeah, he was super nice. Yeah. But anyway,
Back to the Clip Out.
back to the clip out.
That's okay with you.
Yeah. Mr. Larry Tate from Wizards of Waverly Place was on was on Real Spoilers.
I did know that.
All the stars come out for Real Spoilers. So, what, pray tell, do you have in store for people this week?
Well, we're going to talk about this crazy Breathwrk search issue.
It's there, it's not there.
It's like, it's more complicated than that. We'll get into it. And also, there's a major update.
Yeah.
Because that's just how it works.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, Peloton now has a workout generator that builds custom circuits for you, but only on certain equipment. We'll talk
Okay.
about that. We're going to talk about the latest power zone glitch happening to bike members and what the newest update is to the leaderboard.
Okay.
Not to mention that iOS app got a tweak. We have not been able to confirm that it is on Android. Surprise. But,
Do you want me to log in and... Oh, wait.
right. You do have a leaderboard name.
Do I?
You do. It's called No Rides.
It was created so long ago. There was no other equipment.
The very
So
first time
rides and classes were synonymous.
That's right. Well, because it was the year we went to homecoming.
Yeah.
I still have the picture of our bracelets because we had bracelets with our leaderboard names on it. So you had to have a leaderboard name.
Yeah.
And so I made you a leaderboard name. Because back when you had to sign up as a member to be able to go to the homecoming event.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to talk about instructors in the news as well. Kirsten Ferguson has a major announcement that we just found out about, so we'll get into that.
Breaking news.
Breaking news indeed. Also, Leanne Hainsby-Alldis, her return to Peloton-related things, the Peloton instructors at Cannes Lions, Tunde at the BET Award. Did I say it wrong?
No, I was just going to go roar because of lions. I prefer my lions fresh,
Do you?
not canned.
Not canned.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
We've got some details about what's going on at Whoop. I just like to say Whoop. It's a fun word.
It's like you're a juggalo.
Whoop,
Whoop.
whoop, whoop. Get the, what is that soda?
Fago.
Fago. Not to get some Fago root beer. And then we've got some new classes that have either dropped this week or about to drop that you need to be sure and take.
Okay, well, before we get to all that shameless plugs, don't forget we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn, wherever you find a podcast, you can find us. Also, iHeart. Gross.
What did they do now?
They fired hundreds of people nationwide.
Did they learn nothing from Meta? Meta is going on record as saying like we fired too many people now.
Well, I mean, they have people, and this is more the radio end of things, but yeah, like they have, like they fired a guy in St. Louis that had worked there literally 40 years, and he was the only, talk about dancing between the raindrops. Like he was literally the only live body left on the station.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so like they have jocks, like in some cases I've read they have jocks doing voice tracking for as many as 50 different markets. So like it's So anyway, we are not voice tracked.
No, we're here.
Yeah.
Every week in our basement.
Yeah, every week in our basement. So, but so also you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/theclipout. While you're there, like the page, join the group. If you would like to support us for free, well, one, congrats, you're already doing that.
You're doing that by listening.
But you could also share an episode in your feed or share an article that you think is interesting or important in your feed so people know that we exist.
Sharing is so important.
Sharing is caring.
Well,
and
definitely gets us people in front of people that have no idea we exist.
Absolutely. And also, if you would like to support us with more than just sweat equity, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/theclipout. $5 a month. You get early episodes. You get ad-free episodes. You get all sorts of bonus content. Last week's episode was almost an hour. Maybe that's not a selling point for you. I don't know. But we talk about all sorts of different things over there, things we didn't have time to get to, behind-the-scenes things. It gets a little bit more loosey-goosey over there. She doesn't have to edit out
anything.
My racy humor.
Although sometimes,
as much.
Yeah, I was like sometimes you still get a little carried away.
So, and then this week over on the Patreon, we will be talking about exercise and dementia.
Oh, did you know Roz sent us this article?
No, I did not.
Yeah, Roz. Yeah. Roz is our friend who is from Australia and lives in Seattle, but also lives in St. Martin.
They're always, and then they were in Greece. And
I
New
know.
York.
I just saw that.
I think she might be homeless.
I think whenever you have that many places, I think it's like multi-homes. Like, besides having your place in whatever city, there isn't really a way to say I have multiple homes. Like there should be a word. Like there is the unhoused, right?
Right.
There's that. What's the word for many houses?
Overhoused?
I'm overhoused. I want to be overhoused.
Me too. But we will talk about exercise and dementia and the impact that it has on dementia. And we will also talk about the rise of menopause-specific gym classes. And we have an update on the instructor who people were hypothesizing, that's a word now, would be doing power zones. We have an update on that over in the Patreon. So also don't forget you can watch all of these over on the YouTube or sign up for our mostly weekly newsletter at theclipout.com where we will send you numerous links. I noticed a stat the other day because MailChimp will give you stats.
Yeah.
And so I will say some weeks I'm like, because nobody ever talks about the newsletter, so I'm like, does anybody actually use this?
Yeah.
And the clicks per number of people that receive it was crazy high.
Really?
So, like, I guess people who are using it to be like, oh, let me read about this. Let me read about that. Yeah, so.
Well, that's delightful.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, that's fun to see.
It's always nice when you hear things like that.
I'm not completely wasting my time every week doing this. So,
Aww.
Yeah. So you can sign up for that. You can be part of the clicking brigade if you sign up for that at theclipout.com. Okay, there's all that. Let's dig in, shall we?
We shall.
Peloton in the news.
Breathwrk was doing a thing, and then there wasn't doing a thing, but now it sounds like it's doing a thing again. So, okay, moving right along.
No, we have to dig in here.
Oh, sorry, that's right. We said dig in.
Yeah.
And we're first topic in, and I'm not digging.
I know.
What am I doing?
I don't know. I don't know. It's very unlike you.
It is.
Letting something go is really not our style.
It is not. It is not.
Okay, so here's the deal. I was looking at our list of topics yesterday of all the things that needed to be written that come in from our lovely tipster group.
Right.
And I saw new classes on breathwork from Mayla, new classes on breathwork from different instructors, including Zacharias. And I was like, oh, cool. So then I went to breathwork, and I had seen before people complaining that they could no longer find Sam Yo's classes. That was the biggest complaint. And the reason why is Sam has never had any classes listed on Peloton's meditation platform. Okay. So people who don't even understand that breathwork has been purchased by Peloton see these articles and they're like, why isn't he on Peloton's platform? Okay. That made a lot of people aware of the fact that Sam was on breathwork. Then people were like, now it's gone. And it was gone so fast.
Right.
Well, I thought it was just a Sam thing. I thought, oh, well, maybe my original hypothesis was they released it too early because now Sam shows up in the meditation filter over on Peloton platform with 0 classes. So I thought maybe they were they're getting ready to release it, but they haven't done it yet. And they were like, ooh, take it down off of the breathwork. We didn't mean to push that out.
Right.
But no, everyone's new classes that show up on breathwork, they disappear. And they disappear randomly. There does not appear to be a specific time frame, or maybe I'm just not watching that closely, but it feels like they're up for a day or two and then they're gone. That's what it feels like. So I was researching breathwork to put together an article about Mayla and Zacharias having new classes. And I realized the real story here is that you can't find any of these instructors. Right. I tried going into the app and searching by instructor, and the search turns up nothing. Like if you type in any instructor's name, including the ones that still have so like Zacharias classes are still listed on breathwork. But if I go in and type ZAC, it says no results. No results. Like, what is that about?
Yeah.
And I don't even know what to tell it because I'm like, well, I don't understand why that's happening.
Yeah.
So I then searched all of Peloton's FAQs, all of Breathwrk's FAQs. It says nothing about this. And it appears to me that their entire user interface seems to have 2 main pieces. There's this Dailies page on the homepage where the Peloton instructors seem to be. By the way, programs that have been released by Chelsea and Kira, those seem to stay for whatever reason.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Yeah.
But they do. Maybe it's because it's in a different area. But everything else appears to go away. And then there's all these classes by the original folks who made content for Breathwrk who don't appear to be being used anymore.
Right. Like pre-acquisition.
Correct.
Yeah.
But that content's all still there, right?
Yeah.
So, but if you search for their names, by the way, it doesn't come up. It's like the search function is not meant for names. The search function is apparently meant for like calm or sleep.
Right.
It's not meant for like, look, because I don't think Breathwrk, when they made this app, they were thinking our instructors will be brand names.
Right.
And so I don't.
But it's also.
I know, because it's just letters.
It's right.
So why is it not there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's like if you can search for calm, then my question becomes, if Callie Gullickson did one and you typed in CAL. See how quickly I did that?
I did.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it in unison, but that's okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. So what would that pull something up?
I don't know. Well, first of all, Callie doesn't do meditation, but I get your point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look,
well,
I had a good idea.
But then here's the really weird part. Okay. I posted this article yesterday.
Right.
It got tons of traction. By the way, guys, there are so many people that have no idea that Peloton even acquired Breathwrk.
Like every time you post about Breathwrk, people are like,
what is Breathwrk?
Why do we care? I don't have this.
This isn't Peloton. Why are you posting about this?
Yeah.
Then last night I got a DM and somebody said all the SAM classes are back. So I go into Breathwrk. All of the classes are back. All of the classes, the daily classes that were missing, have returned. They're all there. Make of that what you will.
You got juice.
I guess so. I mean,
finally. For all the things you posted about. They were like, we'll fix this one.
Maybe it's just coincidence.
We'll throw her a bone.
I don't know. But the Sam classes are back. You can now find them.
Well,
I
that's
mean, at
good.
least for today.
For
They're there
for-
today. I
for
can't
the
promise
moment.
tomorrow.
Yes. None of us are promised tomorrow, honey.
It's true. I've been
None of
thinking
us.
about that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's all the Datelands we watch.
No, it's the 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I rewatched. You'd never seen it.
I had never seen
I
it.
just had you watch 6 Feet Under.
Y'all, if you've never seen 6 Feet Under, first of all, watch it. But second of all, for those of you who have seen it, that last episode, holy shit, no spoilers, but Jesus Christ, that was a lot.
It is perhaps the greatest series finale of all time. It is so just I don't know that I've ever seen a show stick the landing quite that well.
I don't know, but I ugly cried a long time. A long time.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
It is a very good one. So yeah, if you've never seen the show, we highly recommend it.
Yes.
It starts off weird, and you're
It does. Ignore the weird commercials because they're stupid and they
Yeah.
go away quickly. Like
Yeah.
they're only there for like the first 5 or 10 episodes.
But it's definitely kind of an artsy fartsy show at
It
times.
is.
But like
It is.
it's totally worth the ride.
And there's some really weird content they have in there. There's
Yeah.
some weird subject matter that comes up. But it's all worth it in the end.
Yes.
It's all worth it in the end.
Like me. I am weird. I am weird content. But in the end, I'm worth it.
It's true.
Yeah. So moving right along, Peloton workout generator now builds custom circuits.
Yeah, so the workout generator has always been able to make specific workouts. They can build a workout for you since it's come out. But now you can customize and make a circuit. So as you are creating it, you
Did
can.
you say a circuit?
Did I?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
But I think that should be a thing.
You think it should
I think
out?
we should say that. We trademark clip out. We own it. We own it. It's ours. It's a circ out. We own.
It's a circuit workout. It's a circ out.
Right. We own Unstackable. We forced Peloton to come up with what did they come up with?
Like routinely really hard
or something like that. And I was like,
you want to say unstackable.
You want to say Unstackable. Just ask us. Just ask us. I don't know that we'll say yes, but
but you could ask.
But you could ask. You'll never know if you don't ask. But like, you want to say Unstackable. We know you do. So we own Unstackable and we own Circ Out. So
Circ
there.
Out.
Yeah.
Okay. So you could always build these workouts or circuits.
Yes.
But now you can edit the steps. That was supposed to be sets and reps. I'm coming up with all kinds of new words.
Seps, trademark clip out. I almost said real spoilers because we do that whenever we say, I'm stealing a running gag from real spoilers. Whenever we accidentally coin a phrase, we're like, we own it. It's ours.
Well, you can edit sets and reps.
Yeah, Seps.
And you can also swap weights and movements
Sweets.
as you go. But here's the thing. It's only available on the Peloton Cross Training Bike Plus, Tread Plus, and Row Plus. So for those of you who bought cross training equipment and it's not the Plus,
Sad trombone.
And for those of us like me who have the original Plus equipment, no go. Only the Cross Training Plus equipment.
Huh.
I mean, I'm not saying it'll be that way forever.
Right.
But it is right now.
Okay.
So there you go.
We have a Power Zone glitch to report.
We do. There are several reports, according to people who are still part of the Power Zone Pack Facebook group.
Okay.
We were ejected years ago.
Yes, we were removed.
But,
forcibly. I was added forcibly and then
you were
removed forcibly.
But they have reported that the bike zone settings are significantly off for multiple people. This is happening across different classes, across different people. And the Power Zone Pack says that it's a confirmed glitch and that Peloton has said that there is a fix on its way.
Okay.
So just reporting that you're not crazy. That is happening. And yes, they are aware and they plan to fix it. It's on its way.
Sit tight, people.
That's right.
Help is on its way. The leaderboard now filters by teams.
Yeah. Elizabeth, our tipster, she's a tipster, but she's also very much a helper bee. She basically does it all over at the Clip Out.
Tipster Plus.
Yes.
Now, is it cross-training Tipster Plus?
No.
Or just original Tipster
This is
Plus?
original.
Original Tipster
Original.
Plus. Okay.
And so Elizabeth spotted this, that on the leaderboard, you can now filter by your teams. Now, I thought this was interesting because you've been able to filter by your hashtag for a long time. Remember hashtags that we talked about? Like, we even have a clip out hashtag, not that I use it.
Yeah.
But
I'm so old, I still call them pound signs.
of course you do.
Yeah.
And you can also, of course, you can say like all the people I'm following on the leaderboard. That's been around forever.
Yeah.
You can also just follow yourself if you
Right.
just want to see all the different times you took that class. But this is new. So it allows you to filter by your teams, and then each team that you have listed on your profile
Yeah.
or you're a part of will then show how many people active on your team right now. So this is really interesting to me because Peloton has really been pushing this teams feature. Like, let's back up to April, and Peloton started doing these giveaways for teams. They started reaching out to the people who ran these teams and said, hey, we'll give you water bottles, we'll give you socks and hats and things like that for the people who complete the most minutes or the win your challenges, whatever
Right.
your challenges are. And that all happened in April. And then I also, of course, noticed that we have talked about before how the first Highlit program was the largest attended program that we've ever had. And Peloton even talked about it in their earnings call, that it was 15% of paid members took that program. And therefore, there's a Teams for it. And there was a Teams for the original.
Yeah.
But now the new Teams that just came out, because Highlit Plus starts on July 6th. Well, the Highlit Plus Teams is out there, and they are posting when the workouts will be. They are posting, like, Rebecca Kennedy posted this carousel of things that accessories you could get for Highlit. Lacrosse ball for, stretching out your feet, and supplements for outside, and just like helping you stay cool and hydrated outside. All these things.
Right.
Also posted on the Highlit Plus team. I thought that was fascinating because that's all sponsored.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not just doing that for free.
Right.
So that's interesting.
It's
And-
like how HBO paid us to talk about 6 Feet Under.
Yeah, it's just like
Please
that.
talk about this 25-year-old show.
I mean,
it's very important to HBO.
It's so important.
Yeah.
It is a 25th anniversary this year. So then, going back to the Highlit Plus, the other thing that I noticed on the teams this year is they've been adding a bunch of features. So first you could do comments, and now you can add pictures, and now, like, it's becoming a full-fledged social media platform. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
They're trying to get people out there to use it. So bringing this all full circle back to the Teams feature. Why is that important? Because it's another push to get people to use it. It's helping you find a way to be close to your team. So
Right.
now you can see live at any moment who from any teams you're on are on the leaderboard, and now you can connect with those specific people, send your high fives, etc. You can even post about your workout afterward. You
Yeah.
took a workout with your team,
Right.
so now you can post about it. So I just find, like, that's the interesting part, not the fact that they added it. The fact that they're putting so many resources
Right.
into building it is the interesting part.
Absolutely. They see value.
They're trying to get people off of social media and onto their platform.
Well, and I do think that you see more and more people that
Don't want social media.
want to be off of social media.
I want to be off social media.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm way too ingrained at this point.
Right.
I would be walking away from a lot.
Yeah.
But God, I wish I could.
The iOS app has gotten a tweaked.
This is going to be hard to explain. It's a very visual thing.
Okay.
But basically, if you're looking at the Peloton app, there are a couple of navigation buttons that you have to be able to use. They're across the top. So
Okay.
So if you're searching for different classes, for example, let's say you want to do strength classes, the way that it's always worked before is that you clicked on classes and then you had to click on strength. And when you clicked on strength, the level with classes went away. You couldn't see it anymore.
Okay.
But the top option has things like classes, gym. Remember that? They used to have the gym program.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Collections and programs. This is on the app only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, when you click on strength, the top level of gym collections, programs, and classes stays pinned to the top. So you don't have to back out. So let's say I was looking at classes and now I was looking at strength classes, but now I want to look at collections. One click, I can go straight to collections instead of I have to back all the way out and go. So it's a small detail, but it's a very helpful navigation detail. Only confirmed for iOS. None of our Android users are available right now. The whole team is just gone.
Yeah.
It is chaos in the clip out world. And so I haven't been able to confirm it. So it may be that Android has it too. I don't know. But I can only confirm that it's on iOS.
Gotcha. The Peloton Hotel Finder has added a new brand.
Yes, and I thought this was fascinating. I actually cut a segment. I didn't cut a segment. I cut my rambling last week because we talked about an event that was happening. It was Tunde's Breathe event in New York City. It was like Breathe and something experience. And you might remember, Tom, the people won't because I cut it, that I was like, what are you talking about? The address is one hotel on Brooklyn Bridge. Like, what is happening? I was like, what does this even mean?
Right.
Okay. So the Hotel Finder had a new brand added to it. And the new brand was one hotel. It just happened to be the day before the event happened that they added this brand.
Gotcha.
So that's the name of the brand. That's why it made no sense.
Right.
Because it's one hotel.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like it's a random hotel on the Brooklyn Bridge. That's what the address looked like.
Right. Like, and when you started this story, I thought it was going to be like it was a placeholder for something else. Right?
No.
Yeah.
No. And the other interesting thing is that the hotel brand is a real swanky brand, apparently. So I thought it was interesting that Tunde has at an event held there, and then it shows up as a Peloton brand.
Yeah.
That feels like deals were made.
Yes.
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Hands were shaken.
But I just find it fascinating. And I also find it fascinating as a secondary thing that it's like a luxury brand of hotel. Hopefully that means we can start to see Peloton continuing to increase their stronghold in these hotels in different ways.
But people like us, we're going to need a partnership with Holiday Inn Express.
I'm hoping for Drury Inns.
Yeah. Drury Inn would be nice. No Motel 6s.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's a whole story. Not our story.
Long-time listeners know the Motel 6 story.
I don't know that they do. Did you tell that story?
I don't know. Maybe not. Coming up after this, we're going to talk instructors in the news. Who's got a new book, an instructor returning to public life, and instructors eating canned lions. All after this.
Instructors in the news.
When I wrote this headline, it was Kirsten Ferguson teasing a major announcement, but the tease is over.
It is. Yeah, today is July 1st, and she has made her announcement.
Everyone is all a Twitter.
Her and her daughters have created a book, and the book is an empowerment book for young girls.
Yeah.
I was going to say young women. I was like, but it really is more girls.
Yeah, it's like a kid's book.
Yeah, it's a kid's book. So I was correcting myself.
Yeah.
That was the hesitation there. So congrats to, as she is affectionately referring to themselves, the Fergs.
Okay. Leanne Hainsby-Alldis is returning to public life with her first speaking engagement, her first post-pregnancy speaking engagement.
Yes. Yeah, she's done many.
Yes.
But yes, she was at the Longevity Show this past weekend in the UK, and she was there talking about her life and all of the Peloton things. But we can't help but wonder if this is a major stepping stone to seeing her back soon. I believe I've had many people tell me that you are allowed to take up to a year off in the UK. I do not know the UK's rules. I'm just telling you what random people have told me.
Right.
I am not HR, okay? So does that imply that we will see Leanne back possibly September?
Right.
So maybe she's kind of starting the behind the scenes stuff, and then we will see her back on the schedule soon.
Yeah.
Is what I'm anticipating.
It should be, either way, it should be drawing near.
It should.
Yeah. The Peloton instructors attended the Cannes Lions event.
They did. And it was several different instructors. We also had a past Peloton employee there. Do you remember Dara Tresader?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was the marketing person for a minute there.
She was.
Yeah.
And she was the one that teamed up with Ryan Reynolds for the Aviator gin after the whole The Ad fiasco. And she was presented an award while she was there. And Robin was with her when that occurred. So Robin, Aditi, and Marcel Dinkins were all at Cannes for the entire week. It's the International Festival of Creativity. So all of them were there. And Marie Claire actually did an entire post about all of these instructors. And it was a lot. Like
Yeah.
they were running panels. They were doing like everything. Like they were everywhere doing everything. For example, Aditi was there and she went through the World Women's Foundation, and she joined a panel that was titled The Future of Women's Health, Media, and Influence, Rewriting the Narrative. And the session ran June 22nd at Hotel Splendid, Cannes. And that was moderated by Forbes Executive Vice President Moira Forbes. And Shaw was seated next to Gina Davis, Institute President and CEO Madeline Denano, and actress Miranda McCune. I don't know. Anyway, so that all happened. And then there was also, Olivia Munn was there at Harvard Startup Girls Foundation Women's Forum. That was a fireside chat that she was there for. And then Marcel moderated her first panel, and she had really detailed notes. As a side note from Helper B. Elizabeth, it would be super helpful if Robin and Aditi would take notes from Marcel and do their post the way Marcel did, because it was super detailed and much easier to write an article about. But she was leading a discussion with the female quotient, and she used her return trip to document a running list of takeaways for anyone that was hoping to attend in the future. And her advice centered on preparation and intention. She recommended joining group chats ahead of arrival, being direct about what each connection is hoping to get out of the week, while still being willing to venture out solo when the moment calls for it. She emphasized stepping outside a comfort zone to introduce yourself, noting that the people doing the most serious work tend to respect that kind of initiative. I would say that goes for any convention. It's super hard, but you do get way more out of it when you do it.
Yeah.
Because we've been there.
For sure.
I mean, this was different because it's like for famous people.
Right.
But I still think that the classic things you got to do are the same. And Robin was there also doing advocacy. I couldn't say the word. There was she had an appearance at a People magazine activation, because you love your activations.
I love activations. I just got invited to an activation.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I hope you get to go to that.
I don't know that my schedule will allow it.
I hope you can. So there were a bunch of people, including the Dara Tresader event, and she was the senior VP and global head of marketing for almost 3 years.
Wow, it didn't seem like it was that long.
Here's another one that will make your head explode.
Yeah.
She's been gone since October of 2022.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Crazy.
It really is.
Time flies.
But so lots and lots of stuff. I have to say the most surprising comment I saw about this was somebody said, and I'm not even saying they're wrong, it just caught me off guard how upset they were that these instructors do events like this, because they said, what do these appearances do for me, a member? It's all about these instructors going off and doing all this stuff, and now there's no live classes because y'all are off gallivanting, basically. And I said that in my country tones, not exactly what they said in the post. But I spent time with my mom this weekend. It's all over.
I can tell by your hands.
I'll get out a toad strangler. So I learned some things. Anyway, so I feel like I feel like there are a lot of people that feel this way about all these instructors traveling in general. I just was surprised at the anger and vitriol that came with the comment about it. So I shouldn't be because it's social media.
Yeah. But also it's like, well, they're allowed to do things.
I know. Well,
Like-
not at the expense of this person's workouts.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, there's the on-demand stuff is still
I
there.
know,
And
I
it's
know.
not like they sent all 58 instructors to an event simultaneously.
No,
so
but it is pretty light during the summer compared
Yeah.
to the rest of the year. I mean, we have certainly noticed it at the Clip Out because there's just not as much to write about.
Yeah.
We're writing about the Cannes Festival. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because the big
Yeah.
stuff isn't happening right now.
But I will also say, I think people probably are using the bike less in the summer or Peloton.
I think that's true. We've always seen that.
We've seen it in our downloads. Like,
Absolutely.
right? We don't have
People
as
go
many,
outside in the summertime.
Yeah,
They just do.
We don't have as many listens in the summer as we do in the fall and winter.
Also, a lot of people in New York just leave the city in general during
Yeah.
the summer. Like, that's a very common thing. And it
Yeah.
always has been for
Yeah.
years and years. It stinks in New York during the summer. Like,
Yeah.
literally.
I mean, I know that this has not aged well, but Woody Allen has numerous jokes about how empty New York City is in the summer, and I'm talking like from the early 70s. He
Yeah.
was making those jokes.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, it's been decades upon decades. That's been a thing. So Tunde attended the BET Awards.
She did. And boy, was she dressed for the occasion. She had on a...
Isn't she always?
She is. I mean, it's true. She had an officially couture dress, though. Did you see this photo?
I did not.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's a fancy
Oh, yeah,
dress.
that's fancy. That's the kind of dress that you can't do anything else in.
Oh, yeah, this is one and done.
She's probably got a catheter on under that thing.
Yeah, I hope she didn't have to pee.
Yeah.
I mean, don't drink liquids the entire day before.
None at all.
Yeah,
This is
first
the
of all,
only
you got to
time-
fit in it.
It's the only time when Tunde will be like, do not hydrate. That would be a grave mistake.
She does call out her stylist, 718 Blonde. The dress was Kiyu Chen Couture. Shoes were double standard at New York City, and the jewelry was Alex Bitar. So, very fancy.
Well, if anybody wants to know, my hoodie is by Gildan.
I believe it's Gildan.
Gildan, sorry. And,
Get it right, honey.
And my shoes are by Hoka.
My fancy jacket that's Franklin Covey
Yeah.
is the North Face.
Oh, fancy. Yours is
This
something.
is the time we went to Seven Falls and I hiked up all the steps.
Oh, the steps. That's
Yeah.
right.
Probably also by Gildan.
Yeah.
No idea where the jeans came from. Been around too long.
Closet floor.
Closet floor, indeed.
Oh, yeah. My jeans are by Ash and Erie. The people that make jeans for short people. Me and the lead singer of Weezer shop at the same place.
That's adorable.
Isn't it, though?
It is.
Other connected fitness.
Whoop has been in a battle with the FDA, and Whoop has emerged victorious.
Which hardly ever happens, by the way.
Well, my guess is they started the battle with the old FDA,
Oh, that's such a great point.
and now we got the new FDA.
Actually, I don't think that's necessarily true.
Is
because,
it just seems like this has been going on
maybe,
for a while.
Maybe it has. Yeah, I was... My brain was thinking that we were in two back-to-back Trump administrations,
No.
but we weren't. It's been longer than that. So, yeah, that's my bad. I think
Yeah.
that you are correct. Yeah, I do think this started when we had a different president.
Gotcha. So the battle in question is Whoop rolled out an update that would tell you your blood pressure, and then the government, right?
It's on. It was an update, but it's also on the 5.0 band in general. Like, you can't get it with all the, like, it's not just an electronic update.
Gotcha.
Like, it was
You need
also
the new
yes, a
piece
new
of
band.
equipment.
But anybody that uses Whoop, you pay by the month to have access to the latest equipment. You don't pay by the month just to have.
You don't buy a device and then pay a subscription. You pay a subscription, and then whenever there's a new device, they should
send you one.
and they don't have to do it often.
No,
but
it's like every few years.
Instead of purchasing something, you're on an ongoing model, and it promises you that you always have the
The
latest.
model kind of changed this last year, though, because
Yeah.
you also paid for your subscription up front when you got the new one. So it's different now, and I don't
Okay.
want to mislead people. But
Gotcha.
the point is, you have to have the latest hardware to use the blood pressure.
And so the FDA was like, well, hold on a second there. That's
a medical device.
That's a medical device. And So,
And in fact, the Whoop, the 5.0 has a regular 5.0 and there's a 5.0 MG, which is medical grade, which is the one that I got.
Okay.
Which is what has the blood pressure on it.
okay.
So
So they've been locked in a battle as to whether or not there needs to be different standards and whatnot in terms of using that element, because now you've made a medical device and the FDA basically dropped their complaints.
yeah, I find it really fascinating because Whoop they have said since the beginning it's not intended for medical diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
I changed my wording there because I said not really intended, and it flat out said it's not intended for
Right.
diagnosis. However, it does keep an eye on your blood pressure.
Right.
Now, there are folks who say, well, it does zero good because they really want you to take a manual one every 30 days to make sure that it's calibrated.
Right.
I still say that's still helpful. That's 30 days I don't have to take a manual one.
Yeah.
I find it very helpful.
And I would think that even if it's not dead on, it's probably at least consistently not dead on. So if you see
a trend changing.
a spike or something, it would still give you some indication that things are afoot.
I completely agree. Like it didn't when we were in Mexico, for example. Like it didn't go crazy. I
Right.
mean, mine is completely fine, but
it was
definitely saw a trend headed up.
You're eating different.
Yeah.
You're drinking more.
Right.
Is everything okay at home? You're like, who knows? I'm not there. I don't care. This is my fifth margarita.
So what did you find fascinating about this?
I don't know what to make of the FDA just walking away from the complaint. I know people get mad when we talk about politics, but it's the FDA. I don't know how we're not supposed to. I know the Maha movement is very wellness driven. And so
I know, but they do things like push-ups and jeans, so I don't know.
yeah, so like sometimes so like I don't know how to unpack this. I don't know if that means that it's not a big deal or if they're just like anything is better than nothing. Like I have no clue. And also just from watching you use Whoop, I mean, it seems like a really good product. So like I'm not anti-Whoop.
No, I don't think people should be, but I will say this, most things start off in a good place with good intentions, and then someone figures out a way to do something bad with it. And that's just across the board with everything.
Yeah.
So why this could matter is that the wearable industry in general, right? This is going to set a precedent. So companies that make smartwatches or rings or
Yeah.
trackers can feel more confident introducing new health metrics without seeking the FDA clearance first. So where
Right.
does that lead us?
That's true. Like it might be all well and good for Whoop, but when you start getting the Whoop knockoffs, are they as adept at sussing these things out? Who's to say?
Because overall, it's just going to be more permissive. I mean, that's what it shows. That's the direction
Yeah.
we're headed. And also, it's very interesting that the case itself highlights how difficult it can be to draw the line between a wellness feature and a medical device. Because as technology continues to improve, so does the ability for a wellness device to track medical things,
Right.
even though they're not a medical device.
Right.
And so where is that line? I mean, that's a really just interesting question to ponder.
For sure.
So, later on, the things that could happen, according to experts, are that consumers may interpret blood pressure estimates as medically reliable, even though they have not undergone FDA review, and that ambiguous regulations could encourage companies to market increasingly sophisticated health features without independent validation. And inaccurate blood pressure estimates could lead people to ignore genuine hypertension or become unnecessarily alarmed by incorrect readings. And I agree, all those things could happen, but also, like anything, common sense is still important here.
Yeah.
And you should not be anybody, period, should not be relying on anything. Like if I take my blood pressure every single day, I'm still going to be like, well, I got a really weird reading and it's continuing to stay up. Maybe I should call the doctor even if I
Right.
feel fine.
Yeah.
I don't care you only take so much stock into what anything tells you.
Yeah.
And then at some point, common sense has to kick in.
Yeah. But I would say if this Whoop blood pressure metric is important to you, then I think it's also incumbent to occasionally check your blood pressure the real way, whether either you can buy one of those things off Amazon for like $30.
And they are medical grade.
And they're medical grade. They work and they're real and so you can compare it, or even at the grocery store, they've all got them.
Well, just so you know, when you use Whoop inside the app, it alerts you to take manual readings, and it will ask you about what device you have. And it will tell you whether or not it's an FDA regulated one or not. So Whoop is trying and has since the beginning. This is not because the FDA had this conversation, or at least only because the day it came out, this feature was already available and it already had all of these like warnings on it and everything. So they are trying to do the right thing, in my opinion.
Coming up after this, we're going to talk content. We got the TCO Top 5. We're going to talk about pop punk classes and who's going to be working over the July 4th weekend. So stick around.
New content.
It is time for the TCO Top 5. You have told us your favorite classes, and now we will tell you your favorite classes. And spoiler, it's really kind of a TCO Top 7.
It is, yeah, but I couldn't resist.
Yes.
So...
Number 1, your favorite artist series. People loved this one.
They did. The Prodigy Run with Susie Chan, The Prodigy Ride with Hannah Frankson, and The Prodigy Outdoor Run with John Hosking all were nominated this week. They all had multiple nominations, and everyone was unanimous. It was freaking epic. I need to take these classes.
Yeah.
I don't really know Prodigy that well, other than the Smack My Bitch Up song.
Yeah, they had one other. Were they Firestarter?
Yes, they were
Okay,
Firestarter.
yeah.
I only know that because I just posted the TCO
Gotcha.
Top 5, and I always post my music with it, and I
Yeah.
had to go look for the Prodigy.
So here's my question.
Oh, boy.
When did they become the Prodigy?
I don't know.
Because, look, man, I worked in alt-rock radio in the 90s. We never said the. It was always Prodigy.
But
And
what did their album say?
I don't know, but no, I've never, on the music logs, it said Prodigy. I remember the commercials for, I think, Lollapalooza. I don't remember it saying the Prodigy.
I thought that was different, too.
And all of a sudden,
it did
it's
stand out to me.
the Prodigy.
I know.
You know who else did some bullshit like that?
Who?
The Eagles.
Oh, yeah, they used to just be Eagles.
No, the other way around.
Oh, they were the Eagles. And now
everybody's
they're
always
just
said the
Eagles.
Eagles, and then all of a sudden, like in like the early 2000s, they were like, "No, our band name is Eagles." I'm like, nobody's ever said Eagles. They always said the Eagles.
But because it's a plural,
right,
it needs a the. And because it's Prodigy, it doesn't. So it's weird.
I don't know why that's true. I would never say who. I would say the Who.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I would never say the Led Zeppelin.
It's just Led Zeppelin.
What am I, my mother? Everclear has a song where they say the Led Zeppelin.
Do they really?
I mean, they're like tongue in cheek about it, but there's a song called AM Radio, and and it's kind of like also from the perspective of their mother, and they're like, we did something and we saw the Led Zeppelin. Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. But people really loved this series. Susie's class in particular, they were saying that Susie's enthusiasm made it seem as if they could run through a brick wall. Missy Chinier said that she set a PR and felt great the whole time. And Elizabeth, our very own Helper Be Elizabeth, said that she did Hannah's ride, and how Hannah kept talking about how she was too young to have been there in the 90s. Oh, shut up.
Dude, that's enough out of you.
As it was her Spice Girl era, but that Susie had the lore of the real club days. And I just love that so much. I just love it. So I thought this was all wonderful, and I love that people enjoyed this so much. Also, Dark Peloton nominated John Hosking's outdoor run and said that the last 2 miles of their summit stride carried their soul and legs to 13.66 miles, 10 out of 10, would hobble again. I mean, it was just, so I had to put all 3 in, because how do you pick just one? I mean, Susie's my favorite, so she would have gone up there. And I just felt like that was mean to everybody else. So I had to do all 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2, your favorite deep dive.
Okay. Everybody was just in love with the Abbey Road deep dive. 45 minutes. It was on Tuesday, the 23rd. And, let's see, Katrina McCormick said that Dennis's Abbey Road deep dive for his excellent storytelling, and because it was the perfect rainy Sunday ride. It was also really well programmed. Perry Love Mandelbaum said that they learned so much about that time in the Beatles' history. It was a perfect distraction from a great workout. And Amy Cooper said that she loved his class because it was challenging without being too difficult and loved learning things about the Beatles they never knew. So we had some very, very big applause for that one. And we still don't know.
What did they do during the drum solo?
And I won't be taking this class,
Yeah.
so I'm never going to know. You know who we should put on the case is Brian. It's a ride.
Yeah.
So it's not even like it would be that hard.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not going to do the Abbey Road. It's just, can't do it. Can't do it. If I could pick and choose all of the Beatles songs that were on there, I would love it. But I
Yeah.
just can't do just the Abbey Road.
Yeah.
That freaking Octopus Garden song.
I realize how much you hated octopi.
Just that song.
Number 3, your favorite Pride Walk.
Okay, so this was taught by Maddie Majacomo and Mara. It was the 30-minute Pride walk and talk on 6/23. Multiple nominations for this one as well. We were hot this week with the nominations.
Yeah.
Sandra Bloom said that Maddie and Mara are so fun. Mara slipped something into Maddie's water. Maddie had to leave and then took over the class. Mara took over the class. Love and pride for all during a class that didn't even feel like a walk at all. This was a real joy for people who got to take this because they filmed it twice. So Maddie was part of it, Mara was part of it, and they were quote unquote there together at the same time for portions of it, which is really fun. Betsy Arndt also said she had a smile on her face the entire time.
Number 4, your favorite vinyl vault.
Yeah, so Hannah Corbin teaches these, and the latest was on June 27th. Patty LaManna is the one who nominated this, and she said that she's a fan of this whole series. The latest was one of the greatest music-wise. Selections from Sly and the Family Stone, Aerosmith, Earth, Wind and Fire, Chicago, and Santana, just to name a few, made me forget I was getting a good sweat on. That does sound like an excellent playlist.
Yeah. And then number 5, your unstackable.
Listen, I got to tell you, I think this could be the only time that Alex Toussaint has made the unstackable list.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not saying he doesn't have tart classes. I'm
Right.
not saying that. I don't take his classes, so I don't know. But what I am saying is I find it fascinating that his 45-minute intervals was the one that got it. Kim Barnsley, she said that this was a wild ride. Every interval was get your output above 200, whether we were saddled in third, higher or lower resistance. 200 plus output was the goal. It was unstackable, in my honest opinion, especially if you took it outside. I know he's not everyone's fave, but he's mine, and he definitely got me through those intervals with his words of encouragement and good vibes. Love her recommendation. It's fabulous.
Awesome. Moving out of the TCO top 5, Camila Ramon has a pop punk legends class for people.
Okay, so this is a big deal because it's a legends ride, which means that you only can take it live if you are Club Peloton Legends.
Okay.
And I now can.
Oh.
It's really no big deal.
Fancy pants.
But
Sorry, fancy leggings.
The reason this is also a big deal is because it takes place on July 14th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Boom, California listeners.
Look at that.
They have been complaining about these Club Peloton classes since day one because not one of them has been California time friendly.
Okay.
This one is. Although I did just find out it switched from pop punk to reggaeton. So as of last night, it is now reggaeton.
That's a big pivot.
It is a big pivot. And I love pop punk more, but I know people will still be very excited just from the time, and everybody loves Camila. So it's a great class all around.
Big pivot.
Big pivot.
Yeah.
I need to update that.
So Matt Wilper's, I don't know what he did, but he pissed off somebody in HR because you're making him work on July 4th.
Well, a lot of the instructors have to work on July 4th, but actually we don't know how many because there's no official list yet, even though we're on July 1st.
As we record,
There's no official list of all the instructors that are definitely, like Peloton always puts out like a graphic and here's all the classes.
Right.
We don't have that yet.
No.
And we're not going to have it before I post this episode. So just too bad. But we do know that Matt is doing not 1, not 2, 3 live classes.
Holy cow.
On July 4th. We assume there's going to be other instructors that are also doing live classes.
But when would they have the opportunity? He's hogging the whole day.
The whole day. Multiple disciplines. I think he's got a run, a ride, and a row. I'm
He's
pretty
doing
sure.
a yoga meditation.
a yoga meditation. It's either yoga or meditation.
Okay.
He's got some Pilates.
Yeah.
He's going to do a little dance cardio.
Some shadow boxing. He's doing all the things.
All of them.
He'll also be working at the juice bar in between. Some light janitorial duties at the end of the day.
Basically, it's just Matt Wilpers in a studio by himself all day long.
Yeah. He's doing the camera operating.
I did hear that Logan Aldridge also has a live run that day. That's what I was told, but I never saw the graphic that said that, so I'm not saying he's not. I just personally haven't seen it. So we have to assume there will be other instructors teaching. Peloton just hasn't told us what they are yet.
Yeah. So looking ahead at the schedule, we have a new artist series coming up at PSL featuring Helene Fischer.
Yeah, this is the second time we've had a Helene
I think it's Helena.
Fischer artist series. It's German.
She is a big damn deal in Germany.
She is. By the way, she's a Schlager singer.
Okay.
That means party. I only know that because Benny has his party sing-along Schlager series.
Gotcha.
So, maybe it means sing-along. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Schlager.
But she's huge in Germany, and so huge that Forbes has her at number 8 on the list of world's highest paid women in music. This was in 2018.
Holy shit!
But
go Helena.
Yeah. So for basically being German, there's some spillover to Austria and Russia, but primarily a German artist. Like that's a rarefied air.
It
so
is.
like, because I went down the rabbit hole because I was like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, she's a big damn deal.
Fascinating.
So that's why you're getting a second one.
Well, it's just in time for the July 4th weekend as well. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a couple classes that show up around then.
Because if there's anything Germans love, it's July 4th.
Right.
It's very important.
They care a lot about it.
We have more PSNY instructors heading to PSL.
We do. As we reported earlier, we are going to have multiple instructors headed to UK all summer, basically. Yeah. The next 3 are going to be Alex Toussaint, Bex Gentry, and Dennis Morton. They are each going to be teaching live classes in August at the PSL studio. Fun note.
Yes.
Dennis is going to be teaching at PSL for the first time ever, and he's doing a 2-for-1 with Sam Yo, who also stayed in Dennis's apartment when he did his book tour in New York, when he was in New York. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
And Sam really seemed to enjoy it. They apparently have a lot in common musically, and they're both very chill, deep thinkers. So like, I can see why they would click.
Yeah.
I think this 2-for-1 is going to be like the quiet winner of the season. Like, I think everybody needs to clear your calendar and take this class.
Greta Dopp has her first 60-minute yoga class.
She does. It is going to be taking place on Thursday, July 2nd. So it's live on July 2nd. It will be on the schedule again July 7th.
Okay. Peloton has a new program, Stretch with Breath.
Yes, it's Chelsea's program, Chelsea Jackson Roberts.
Yes.
And I believe it's a 7-day program. And it's all about stretching and breathing. I know that sounds obvious, but the interesting thing is that whenever you breathe the right way, you're able to actually increase your lung capacity by moving with your breath. So 7-day program for everybody. It's on demand. Go take it now.
We talked earlier about Dennis Morton's Abbey Road deep dive. Well, if you're looking to check out more, deep dives now have their very own collection.
They do. You can find them under collections. Good luck finding them. Right now they're at the top, but like if you listen to this a couple months from now, who knows where it will be, buried at the bottom.
I heard that they're on the Breathwrk app.
Dennis does have classes on the Breathwrk app, but it's not these.
Yeah.
Right now, so far, there are 3 of these deep dives, including Alanis.
If you're going to do a deep dive, it's important
to hold your breath.
To have your breath working. Very important.
That's true.
Peloton has their new Great Outdoor Challenge.
Yeah, this is a new challenge, and Peloton has never done this before, but it's going to be all outdoors. The idea is to take classes that are walks or runs, and if you do 10, 15, or 25 of those classes between July 1st and August 31st, you can get your badges. So you've got your normal, whatever, it's like silver, gold, bronze, silver, gold, or
Yeah.
whatever it is. So that is the way to do it. Now, I had no idea people were so upset about the audacity of Peloton to start this on July 1st because in places it's already hot. And people were real mad. Real mad. And then people from New Zealand got real mad at the people who complained about the heat, and I thought it was hilarious.
Because, like, it's not hot there right now?
Right.
Because the seasons are reversed?
We're
Okay.
literally reversed. But honestly, when could you do it that you could please everybody? Yes, in Missouri it's already hot. I don't really give a shit what it is in Texas and Florida because I guarantee you it's just as flipping hot here right now.
Yeah.
Like it's 110. So like the heat index, it's nasty outside. It is bad.
And it's like we have just impressive humidity.
We do. I mean, it is just as bad as Florida and Texas, the humidity is. But at any rate, I've still been walking outside. I've managed to do it. Now it's just now July 1st, so I don't know if I'll make it with these. But anyway, it was really funny how strong of feelings everybody had. They were like, you are so unaware. Like you're only aware of yourself and you can't see what's happening in the rest of the world.
I've been saying this for a while. The algorithm has broken people's brains.
I know.
The For You page, the way everything is catered to you personally, there are, not everybody, but there is a significant number of people that just positively lose their shit when something pops up in their feed that
is not
isn't
specifically
for
for
them. Like they're just like outraged that this one thing snuck through that isn't for them.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And I know most people don't really feel that way. It's always the loud ones that sneak through. And I recognize that. And our listeners certainly aren't those people.
Yeah.
But I feel like I feel like I have to share some of the craziness that I see on social media just because some days I am just unable to pull my shit together and do the things because of the negativity that I see online.
Right.
And this is just a tiny example. And sometimes by venting a little bit of that, it's like gives it a little more ease for the next day.
For sure.
Next time I see something, I can blow it off easier when I talk about it is what I'm trying to say.
Peloton has launched a new run club.
They have. Okay, so it's not, when we say run club, that's a type of classes. It's these clubs that they do locally in either New York or London typically.
Right.
And they did a whole bunch for Global Running Day.
Right.
But typically they're in London and New York. Well, this one is not one of the typical monthly run clubs. So usually they have like a monthly thing that they do. This one is a little bit different because it is teaming up with The Shift. Now, going back a ways, you might remember that The Shift is an honest to God magazine that is printed, I think it's only a couple times a year, maybe 4, maybe only 2.
Right.
Well, Aditi Shah is one of the people in the background.
Okay. I remember when this came out. Yeah.
And Jen Cotter had a huge write-up in it.
Yeah, I think it's quarterly, maybe.
It might be
and
quarterly.
and then you can buy it like as a magazine, or you can get it like in this like really fancy hardbound edition. And yeah.
So they're doing this collaboration with The Shift, and it's called The Shift Chateau. And apparently, in London, there is a iconic tennis tournament that is the Chateau, I guess. So there's going to be an outdoor 5K run that's going to be taking place in London on July 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. local time. In addition, we just found out yesterday that there is going to be some kind of Aditi is going to be there doing something at the garden, whatever the garden is. We assume Covent Garden, but honestly, I have no idea because it doesn't say. It just says the garden.
Gotcha.
And it's going to be the same week. So I assume that Aditi on her way home from France is going to stop in the London. She's going to do a speaking engagement, visit London, and before she comes home. So there's a whole bunch of stuff happening with The Shift. Now, it also says it's the iconic tennis tournament. So maybe it has nothing to do with The Shift that I was also talking about. I don't know. That's just where my brain went because of Aditi's involvement with it.
That makes sense.
But if you want to do the run club, you can still sign up. And there's a theme where everyone is encouraged to wear all white or a white piece of workout apparel. It's optional. You don't have to do it, but they highly encourage.
Okay. And then finally, Pilates gets yet another new class type.
Yes. Sculpt, 30.
Okay.
We assume it's 30 minutes of Sculpt.
That seems to make sense.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Shortest class type ever.
It's just interesting because they already have enough confusion between Pilates and Sculpt and
Yeah.
all the things. So let's add another one. But I'm sure they have reasons. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
There's enough confusion around it. That's all. We need to get better with this filtering thing.
Yes.
But
And we have no birthdays in July of any kind. No
saving
one
them all.
was
Saving them.
ever born in the month of July.
Because we got Leos at the wazoo.
It's a weird quirk of nature. Nobody understands it, but it's just the reality of the situation.
Got
So-
big personalities.
Yeah.
Big personalities.
So that brings this episode to a close. Until next time, where can people find you?
People can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/CrystalDO'Keefe. They can find me on Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, and the Peloton Leaderboard at ClipOutCrystal.
And you can find me on Threads and Blue Sky at Tom O'Keefe Jr. or Facebook at facebook.com/Tom O'Keefe. You can find the show online at facebook.com/clipout.
You almost said real spoilers.
I did. I did. You can also check out our Patreon, patreon.com/clipout. $5 a month. All sorts of bonus content, early episodes, ad-free episodes, and much more. So that's it for this one. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, keep hiking
And running. Bye.